Obi this, Obi that. Everybody is interested in Obi. In Obi. If Peter Obi was a Yoruba man, would anybody be doubting that he can likely win? This is coming from Sowunmi. A prominent People's Democratic Party (PDP) chieftain has argued that ethnic considerations unfairly overshadow Peter Obi's presidential potential, claiming the former Labour Party candidate would be viewed as an unbeatable contender if he belonged to a different ethnic group. I don't think so. They will still look for something else to try to nail him. It's not because, to me, maybe that could be part of it anyway, but the major part of it is that his records are more credible than other candidates. Even the so-called Tinubu, you can try to equate Tinubu's credentials and that of Atiku, to put them side by side. It is not you that can decide about that who is even more better. But as far as a lot of people are concerned, Obi's credibility is far better than all of them, even Tinubu's own. So that is the reason why they don't even want him. They know the stuff he can, the stuff is made of. They know what he can do and what he cannot do. Go and check all of them. How many of them have the corruption cases against them? And how many of them are still collecting? How many of them are really prudent in the real sense of it? How many of them are extravagant? How many of them are still collecting pension even when they have served as whether former governor, or former this or former that? I can tell you that categorically is number one person that you can pick. I don't want to say maybe it's the only person. That of Fashola, I can't even say whether it is true or not. But if we still have other people, at least that is the only person that anybody you can beat your chest that is not collecting all this nonsense salary that Sinubu and the rest of them, Oshomole, as former governors, what they are still collecting as a pension or as a entitlement or whatever they call it, being former this and former that, is the only one or is the number one person. Other people might see come out and say, no, I don't collect salary after I finished my tenure as a governor. All of them. So B is different from them. Let's just look at it. Like Eshiwore always say that all of them are thieves. Okay, as let's agree that all of them are thieves. But at least you still have to weigh them side by side. If you have a people who are A students, when you say people are A students, even if they are getting like a 95 or whatever, maybe from 70 or so, that is when you categorize somebody. If somebody gets 70 in an exam, that is when you can categorize that the person is in A class, in A CADA. But you still have to still look at it again. Okay, you have 70, you have 80, you have 90. You can't compare somebody who has 90 to that of person who has 70. That is what we are talking about. Let's agree that okay, all of them are not perfect, but we still have to take one of the best out of the best. That is what we are talking about here. Not that he's a perfect person and all of that. For as many who are so loyal to Peter Obi, you don't need to be loyal to him. Not that you are loyal, you are just being loyal to him. You are just like you see some good things about him. There are some things because you know that your head is well straight up. You know what you are talking about. If he misbehaves, you are still going to call him out. Those are the kind of people we are talking about. Like Aisha Yusufu used to say, that if she sees another person that is better, that she can be convinced that this person still has more credibility more than Obi, she will go for that person. So not being loyal to the person to a fault. So when you look at them, the reason why they are all coming out for Obi is because he's still more credible than them. And the issue of whether where it comes from is a subtle thing that the majority of them usually use. They know that that is not even the main reason. The reason why Obi is more important, that all of them are always throwing jabs at him or trying to discourage him, is because of his credibility, not because of anything. And they will come out and do all manner of things to make sure that they relegate him. But the more they do it, the more they fail because the man has been proving them wrong. But that is how Shegun Showumi sees this. But don't even mind that Shegun Showumi because that guy cannot be trusted. A prominent People's Democratic Party. Who calls this one a prominent? You are there and Wike is doing all this nonsense. This one that cannot even, speak at what is what a Wike is doing, speak about the wrong things Wike is doing. They are just sitting on the fence. Well, that is how they are describing him. Or somebody who is reporting what he said is describing him. That is a prominent People's Democratic Party (PDP) chieftain. That he has argued that ethnic considerations unfairly shadow Peter Obi's presidential potential, claiming the former Labour Party candidate will be viewed as an unbeatable contender if he belongs to a different ethnic group is a lie. That is what Shegun Sowunmi is saying. I don't want to bore you with all of those things. Do you really believe because it's an Igbo man, that is why they don't want to give him chance? It is a lie. That should be maybe like maybe 2 or 3% reasons, but the main reason is because his records are more cleaner than all of them. Yes, that's my opinion. Well, truth be told, Segun Sowunmi is indeed a sound political pundit. I have been very keen listening to his interview. He's a great Nigerian. See this one. Fall for them as your own parent. Who told you that? That was what I used to think, but now, no more. The type of hatred among the Igbos and Yorubas is not even seen anywhere. If care is not taken, Rwanda will be a child's play. If he likes to make he no use in sense, coalition my foods. A nation filled with wicked, inhuman, and satanic people. I'm sorry for this. 1,000 likes, a million very like, or whatever. The problem we have is INEC and judges we know who we voted for. Mr. Obi is wiser than those trying to use him, and he can never be a vice president or vice presidential candidate. The best is for him not to even contest. Segun Sowunmi, speaking during an interview, defended Obi post in 2023 election activities while criticizing what he sees as opportunistic coalition talks aimed at exploiting the former Anambra's governor political capital. The fundamentals by which you would you build a movement to rescue a nation cannot be predominantly too selfish. All that talk they are talking about coalition is just that they are trying to take advantage of Peter Obi, and it is his business if he allows them to take advantage of him, he stated. So, in a nutshell, what Segun Sowunmi is saying is that he should not agree to that coalition. This is not you that we tell him not what to do, what not to do, because in what you are saying that there could be underlining whatever in it. Well, the issue is that if we are to have a free and fair election, Tinubu cannot win. Tinubu cannot win. Just like Tinubu did not win. According to what it is now, there was free and fair election in 2023 in Lagos, and that was why Obi won. If they can allow that to happen, Tinubu cannot even win. Looking at his credentials, looking at even what he has done in the 2 years that we are in now, looking at it, it has proven that he has nothing to offer. He's so selfish, as old as he is. I will just be like, okay, what does this man even need money for? All this money, all this whatever, all these shenanigans and all of that. Looking at him, it's not good looking. It's not good looking. Forget old age. If they can be spending money, whether whichever way, whether on health and all of that, and it's still looking like that, forget about it. We saw the likes of uh, what is it called? Well, what's this man's name? The two prominent men that just passed, Edwin Clark and Adebanjo. Those guys were 90s. They were still looking more healthy. They were not as rich as Tinubu. I beg you. Let us say something as second base, Jerry. So, guys, do you think because Obi is an Igbo man, that is why they are vilifying him, and that is why they are always attacking him? To me, that is not the issue. That should be maybe 2 or 3%, but the main reason is that his credibility is what is, and his acceptance and popularity is what is making all those people who are coming after him to attack him. So, guys, leave your comment down there below and let us have your take.